Hey guys, it's Miss Tia, and I'm super excited that you've tuned in today because today we're going to solve a mystery. If you notice, I have my detective's trench coat on and my detective hat, and I am all ready to solve a mystery. I'm just waiting on Dylan to show up. Dylan, come on.
Hey guys,
Dylan, what are you wearing?
it's my disguise. You said we were detectives solving a mystery.
Well, we are, but that's a little crazy, don't you think?
No one will recognize me if I look crazy.
Well, if you insist. Dylan, before we solve our mystery, we have to remember everything that we've learned. Are you ready?
Ready for a recap.
All right.
So here's what we've learned so far. Jesus came to earth as a baby, lived a perfect life, and died on the cross, and came alive again after 3 days. After his resurrection, he was seen by over 500 people and stayed on earth 40 days. One day, Jesus took his disciples to a mountain, and right before their eyes, he went up to heaven. As the disciples stared into the sky, 2 men in white robes promised them that Jesus would return again. Before Jesus returned to heaven, he made that promise.
What did Jesus promise?
He promised to go and prepare a place in heaven and to come back for his followers so that they could be with him forever. We are still waiting on Jesus to come back, but it is important to know that when Jesus makes a promise, he always keeps it.
Our mission is to answer 5 questions that the disciples asked Jesus about his return. We need to answer what, when, how, who, and why. To answer these questions, we're going to go all over the church, and we're going to look for some bright yellow folders that have the clues. Dylan, have you seen any bright yellow folders? There's our first clue. Let's see what it says.
All right, our first clue says, what are some of the signs that Jesus will be returning soon?
That's a really good question, Dylan.
I know, I asked it.
Well, the Bible tells us that there are lots of signs that show Jesus will be returning soon. It says there'll be false teachers, people who say that they're Christ, but they aren't really. There'll be wars and rumors of wars. There'll be famines and earthquakes, and sin will be everywhere.
That sounds awful.
Well, it is, but it also says that the gospel will be shared everywhere in the entire world.
Well, that's a good thing.
It is. But remember, the Bible tells us that we don't have to be afraid because God is always with us, even when things look scary. Our clue says, go to where the gospel is shared. Where in the church is the gospel specifically shared?
Well, it should be shared everywhere.
It is. But where would be the main place? I've got an idea. Let's go. Do you know where we are?
Yeah, we're in the worship center.
You're right. This is where Pastor Charlie shares what the Bible says every single week. This would be a great place for the gospel to be shared from.
Yeah, but where's our clue?
I don't know. Let's look around. Do you see our clue, Dylan? I see it. Let's go get it.
All right, our next clue says, when will Jesus return?
Well, you see, that's a great question because the Bible tells us that no one knows when Jesus will return. No one, Dylan. Not even the angels.
Not even my mom?
Not even your mom knows when Jesus will return. Only God knows when he'll come back.
Wow.
So our clue says, go to where you find out what's going on in the church. Where would that be?
Oh, I know. Let's go.
Where are we?
This is the Connect Desk. It's where everyone in the church gets connected.
Well, this would be where you'd go to find out when things are happening in the church, but where's our clue? I think I see it again.
Where?
Look around, Dylan.
This clue says will Jesus come back? You know, I've always wondered this. Is he gonna come in skydiving, or come in a limo, or come on a big white horse?
Well, you see, the Bible says he's going to come back the same way he went up to heaven. He's going to come from the clouds in a great glory.
Oh, so we should be looking up.
Well, lots of people have been looking up for a long time, but you're right, we should always be on the lookout for Jesus. Our clue says, go to where we play. When we play, we go up to the 3rd floor, don't we? Do you think there'd be a clue there?
I don't know. Let's go see.
Okay, Dylan, here we are in the playroom.
Do you think it's inside?
I bet it is. Let's go check it out.
Okay.
Oh my, Dylan, I am exhausted. We climbed all the way to the 3rd floor and all the way to the top of the playground equipment. Aren't you tired?
No, I'm fine. You must be old.
Hey, don't go there. All right, so does anyone see our clue? We've got it.
This clue says, who will Jesus be coming for?
Well, the Bible tells us that Jesus will be coming for his elect.
You mean like people we voted on?
No, Dylan. Jesus' elect are the people who are his followers, the people who believe in him and have asked Jesus to live in their hearts.
Oh, I see. Well, you know, people like to gather together, especially Baptists.
You're right, and our clue says, go where people in the church gather together for fellowship. Where would that be, Dylan?
Well, in our church, I know it has to do with food.
You're right. We all do love a good potluck. Let's go find some food. We're in the fellowship hall. This is where all the yummy food is cooked.
And eaten.
You're right. And a lot of good times are had in here. Everyone getting together, getting to talk, getting to know one another. I really like when our church family gets together.
Me too. But where's our clue?
I don't know. Can anybody see it?
Oh, I think it's behind us. That's where it's usually been.
You're right, Dylan. It always has been. Huh.
This is our last clue. It says, why is Jesus coming back? Huh? Why?
Well, Dylan, that's because Jesus is the creator of the world, and he's the king of the world. He's coming back to rule over it. You see, when Jesus comes back, the world is going to be perfect. No more sin, no more death, no more pain,
and no more sadness?
That's right. Jesus is going to make the world whole and complete, and we're going to get to live with him for eternity.
What's eternity?
That means forever.
Wow, that's a long time.
It is. So let's go back to headquarters and review everything we've learned today.
Awesome. I can't believe we solved our mystery.
We sure did. Dylan, I am exhausted from all that running around. That was a lot of work.
Yeah, it was, but maybe you wouldn't have been so hot if you weren't wearing a hat and a trench coat indoors.
That's a really good point. But I'm glad we completed our mission and solved the mystery of what, when, how, who, and why Jesus will return.
Yeah, those are some good questions.
They are. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to go back and reread those Bible verses that we found along the way. Make sure you come back next week so we can learn more about Jesus and his return. We'll see you guys later.
Bye, guys!